Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we're looking at a Phoenix Games video game that I was never able to cover because originally it just didn't work in the emulator, and that game is Gecko Blaster. I'm kind of familiar about what this game is like, right? I know what to expect walking in. It's just all depends on how it's going to play. That's the big factor. It doesn't seem that this game wants to tell me who its developer is, because the developer, there's no title card for the developer, there's only a title card for Phoenix Games, and on Game FAQs it says that Phoenix Games is both the developer and publisher of the game, which I doubt, but like I said, how else am I supposed to find out who the developer of the game is? Because at the end of the day, if the game itself doesn't tell you with a title card, sources you find online more than likely aren't going to be correct anyway. So, yeah. And the game apparently came out in December 2007, so yeah, this is quite a late release PlayStation 2 game. So, yeah. And I've seen gameplay of this game. It's not going to be good. I'm just telling you now. Like, it's not going to be good. But let's just dive in anyway and see how we get on. So we have new game, options, high score, and new game. Fantastic. Okay, let's go to options. What do we have? Oh, I hate that font. Okay, yeah, all right. Let's just go to new game. Lovely loading screen there with a spinning, I guess, gecko egg. Yeah, geckos lay egg, right? Yeah. Gecko Blaster. What a name to go with, Gecko Blaster. And here we are. Welcome to Gecko Blaster. This is what Gecko Blaster is, by the way. It's Breakout. This is what it is. It's Gecko Blaster. This is Gecko Blaster. We're blasting with Gex here. Gecko. This is Gex-O. Gex number O. Gex. Back at it again. Level complete. This is what happened to Gex. Everyone always asks the question, what happened to Gex? Did he just disappear? Did Gex just disappear? No. This is what happened to Gex. After, his video game series unfortunately wasn't particularly too popular, this is what happened to him. He ended up being in Gecko Blaster. Being the gecko that, has to unfortunately bounce this little orb around, destroying these weird-looking platforms. But yeah, this is Gecko Blaster. It's Breakout. It's really poorly made Breakout. And I mean poorly made. Like, I would rather it be just a paddle at the bottom moving the thing, but instead you've got this gecko instead. And look how fast he moves. Look, you see how fast he moves? It's not great. You have to be very finicky in terms of like where exactly he can go and do things. Graphically speaking, the game ain't winning any awards, let's be honest. And I know you may be thinking, oh, but its graphics isn't the major concern here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, obviously this is very clearly a budget game, right? I get that. What I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is that this game came out in 2007. They could have tried harder. They could have tried harder. I'm just saying, I'm just being honest with you. They could have tried harder. Oh. That was a horrible power-up. Oh, fantastic. So, not only is there power-ups, there's also things that will purposely mess with you. Oh, that gave it back to me again. Fantastic. I don't know. To be honest with you, this is more annoying than anything. This is like annoying in the sense of like how the squid ink is annoying in the in the Mario Kart series. So that allowed me to grab the ball. So there is like slightly different mechanics going on here. The mechanics themselves aren't great, but there is different mechanics happening. That's something, I guess. But holy moly, this game is boring. I'm already bored. We're not even 5 minutes in. I've been playing this game for like 3 minutes total, without me being on the title screen, and I'm already bored. I'm already bored of this game. Oh, they've got some nice flashing effects now. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's always nice, isn't it? Nice flashing images. Yeah, I know not to collect that power-up. Nice try. Oh no! What happened? Game over? That's not good. Sure, let's put my name on here. Let's besmirch my name for the whole. Oh, there's no letters. Okay. Let's besmirch my name for the rest of time. Oh, great. So you can't, if you accidentally move the thing to say that you want a letter. Bayou. Fantastic. And is that game over? Is that done? Are we done? Is that game over? Please say it's game over. I do not want to play any more of this game. It is game over. Fantastic. So you get one chance. You get one life. You fail, back to the title screen you go. In the true Atari 2600 fashion. Deary me. So yeah, I'm not willing to play any more Gecko Blaster. I know this is a bit short, but damn, son. Damn, son, where'd you find that? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Man, what a terrible game. What a horrendous game. Because it's horrendous. You may go, oh, but it's a budget title, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there's better Breakout games that were released as budget titles. Blockbuster on the PlayStation 1 as part of the Simple 1500 series is a better game. The point I always try to make is that, yes, it's a budget game, but then if I've played other budget titles that are exactly the same, and they're better, what does it tell you about this? And at the end of the day, I know what price these games were sold at when they were on the shelves, brand new. This is information that I I saw firsthand. These games used to be sold within my local co-op, back when co-op was a bit more of a bigger company, I think, back then. But there was a massive co-op store where I used to live, and they had a little section for DVDs, and I think at the time Blu-rays were brand new. They had just come out. Again, this is like the PS. No, not brand new, but the PS3, the current console cycle we were on with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. That's what we were currently on. This was 2009, 2010, and like I said, my local store where I lived, big store, was a co-op, and this was back when co-op had somewhat reasonable prices, and in terms of food anyway. And they had a little section that had DVDs and Blu-rays in there, and in that same section they also had a very small section for video games. But funny enough, the only video games they had were PlayStation 2 games, and it was these. The shelves were filled with games by Midas, games by Phoenix Games. They were all budget titles, and do you know what they retailed for? Do you know what they were charging? They were charging £20 for these games. $20. What would be the equivalent of maybe $25 USD, right? For these games. And that's where the difference comes in. That's why I'm not willing to give this game a free pass. This is the reason why I'm very cynical and I'm very critical of games like this. It's because I know how much they charged for these games back when they came out. This would have been a $20. This game would have been £20 on a co-op shelf back in 2010. 3 years after the game came out. Keep in mind this came out in 2007. $20. I feel sorry for any kid that had to suffer through this. Any kid who had to suffer with their parents being not in the know or not listening to them, and we're like, oh yeah, well they want the new Call of Duty, and it's like it's $60, and this is $20. This is much better. Give them that. Nah, Call of Duty 2, the big red one. Nah, I won't give them that. They can have this. When in reality, you could probably get Call of Duty 2, the big red one, pre-owned. I know pre-owned, but pre-owned for like a $5 back in 2010. And yet this would have been $20 brand new on the shelf. It's just abysmal. That's all it is. It's abysmal. I'm sorry I've had a little bit of a rant, but this is a point I like to make. Like, the reason why I don't give these games a free pass is this is the reason. This is the reason why. I know how much they charged for these games back then because I saw them on the shelf. And it's not acceptable. But anyway, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to stop ranting. You know, we got to see a bit of the game, and yeah, it's not good. It's just not good. I've been Bio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.